Hey guys, welcome back. Had a day off today. I took a vacation day, so I go to my grandson's kindergarten graduation. You know, they did the cap and gown thing and had pictures and put on a little program, and it was a good time. So glad I got to go do that. This is going to be what I hope to be in the first of a series of videos showing some series, most of them short run series. There might be a few longer ones, but just series that I've completed, and hope you guys get a kick out of it. I've had a fun time going through all these books, and just kind of going back and re-familiarizing myself with the characters and the titles and all that kind of stuff. So it's been a lot of fun. So I'd like to do two today, both from Marvel. This first one I want to showcase is series The Cat. And this is a cool little series. This was, I think it was an attempt by Marvel to like garner more female readership. And they thought it'd be a good idea to have female creators on this. So they had a lady by the name of Linda Fite. I guess that's the way you pronounce it, Fite. I think later on she married Herb Trimpe. But this was their attempt to, maybe get a little bit bigger female audience, get some girls into comics. So this was a pretty cool little character. Like I say, Linda Fite did all the scripts, except for maybe the last issue. I think it was all female artists. But issue number one, this is I think it's Marie Severin and Wally Wood on the ink. So pretty cool. All right. Number two, this is probably a Ramita cover, looks like. Got a little date and grease pencil there. But I think Marie Severin did the pencils on this. Jim Moon inked it. And so, pretty cool. Number three, more of the same. And this is from the Peter Kuper copy, Kuper. He was a longtime artist on Mad Spy vs. Spy with Time and Newsweek. And he began illustrating in the 70s with such guys as Chaykin and Wrightson and Clute and Starlin. He amassed a near complete collection of DC and Marvel's about 2,300 comics from the 60s and 70s, with copies between 71 and 75 yielding a plethora of 9.4 to 9.8 grades. And there's a little certificate of authenticity. I think I got maybe 2 or 3 comics that was like part of some collection, but this was a nice copy. Probably like a fine minus just because of the little chip out of the bottom. But it's got a pretty cool Rich Buckler cover there. I think on the interiors, I think Marie Severin did like the breakdowns, and another female artist named Patty Greer, and I think she actually was married to Dave Cockrum later on. But I think she did like some of the pencils or breakdowns or whatever. And I think Bill Everett did the finishes on it. So pretty cool stuff there. And number four, against the Man Bull. More cool stuff. I think the cover's by John Romita and Tony, I can't remember how you pronounce his name, Mortellaro, maybe. So got more cat stuff there. And in this one, you got a reprint of a Marvel Girl story from, I think, X-Men 57. And I think that was like Linda Fite's first script for Marvel was in that reprint from 57. I'm not sure about the artist that did the art. Might have been 57. That probably been like Werner Roth, Sam Granger maybe. But short run series, lots of fun, lots of great art and story. As far as the history of this character, later on, she got morphed into Tigra, the Werewoman. And that happened Just thought I'd throw this in for continuity. And Giant-Sized Creatures, or Giant-Sized Werewolf, #1. There you see Tigra in all of her fur-skinned magnificence. And Werewolf by Night. And Giant-Sized books for 35 cents. You know, check that out. Love these square-bound books. But like I say, and these characters aren't to be confused with Hellcat. Hellcat was it was a totally different character. It was Patsy Walker. It's a longtime Marvel character. She probably showed up at the end of the Golden Age, you know, all the Patsy Walker comics, and then later on she got the suit and she became Hellcat. I think that first appearance was Avengers 144, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, lots of good, maybe useless trivia. I don't know. I like it. But anyway, The Cat. Okay, another series that I was really happy to complete was Silver Surfer. Just did that recently. Been working on that for several years. You know, just looking for the right book and the right price mainly. I didn't care if they were mint or whatever. There's a few lower grade ones in here, but just as long as I had them, I was really happy. So of course, you know, most of this was I think, you know, Jack Kirby actually created the Surfer, but I think Stan Lee kind of took ownership later on. So he did the scripts in all these. All 18 issues, Stan Lee did the scripts. Most of the art is done by Big John Buscema. I think the only one that wasn't his art was number 8, the last issue, 18, was Jack Kirby. So, you know, you got some, I mean, what can you say that hadn't been said about this series? It's just, it's awesome. I think I've just got like a couple more issues to read. You know, I've had it in my reading stack for a while, but just, you know, classic Silver Age, Marvel superhero goodness, you know, cosmic, whatever you want to call it. First 5 or 6 issues were giant size. First 6, maybe 7. First 7 issues were giant size, square bound issues. So you know I'm gonna like that. So here we have #1. Not too bad a shape. Got this several years ago. And I think in all these giant size, there's a backup feature featuring the Watcher. I think a lot of those that was written by Stan Lee, and I think maybe Gene Colan did a lot of those backups. So in the giant size issues, maybe 1 or 2 of the others, you have the Watcher backup. So a lot of value in these books. So there's #1, classic cover. Okay, and here's #2, When Lands the Saucer. More Lee and Buscema, however you want to pronounce it. Goodness. Another great square-bound book with a Watcher backup. Like I say, first 17 were penciled by Buscema, but he had a lot of inkers. Well, not a lot, but a few. He had Dan Atkins was the one that did most of the inks, at least on the first ones. But Sal Buscema, his brother, did a lot of the inks. Chick Stone inked some. I think Herb Trimpe did a little bit of the inks. So here's #3. Of course, classic first appearance of Mephisto. Waited a long time before I pulled the trigger on this one. You know, like I say, it's probably mid-grade shape, but a nice book. And that cover, man, is just, you know, outstanding. #3. #4, I think this was the first Silver Surfer that I ever bought. It's classic issue, classic cover. More Buscema goodness here. Silver Surfer and Thor on Silver Surfer #4. Thor on #4. Just really nice book. Got a few issues up here, but I'm not really worried about that. You know, low grade is better than no grade, as a good YouTube friend of ours used to say. Schmo Daddy. #4. #5. I always like this cover. Can't remember this guy's name. It escapes me. But anyway, #5. More square-bound Silver Surfer goodness. Number 6, Worlds Without End. And number 7, The Heir of Frankenstein. This is actually, for those of you that like the Frankenstein series that Marvel did in the early 70s, this is actually the first appearance of Marvel's Frankenstein. So for you trivia geeks like me, another reason to seek this issue out. And you got to give it to the Buscemi's, right? Those guys are awesome. Here's probably a, I don't know, I picked up a reader copy somewhere first and upgraded. Here's another number 7. I think I just got this for a couple of bucks, but I just wanted to read it. And hey, for a couple of bucks, I'll take that all day long. Okay, then we went down to the 15-cent cover prices. This is number 8, introducing the Ghost. Number 9, To Steal the Surfer's Soul. Say that 10 times real fast. And these books, there's not a stinker in the bunch. I mean, these covers are outstanding. And I'm a DC guy, but I got into Marvel a few years later. Kind of wised up. Okay, here's probably the first. I've got a couple copies of this. This is the first one I bought, number 10. This is severely faded, but it was in like a $5 box. I remember getting this, and then a few years later, I upgraded. Looks a little bit better, huh? Yeah, number 10. Number 11. Great black background on it. And I, like everybody else of this, fans of this time period in Marvel, I love these little corner boxes. Just can't beat that. Number 12. Gather Ye Witches. And number 13. This one's a pretty decent copy. Dawn of the Doomsday Man. Number 14. This is lower grade, but I love this cover. So it's complete. It's kind of chewed up. Somebody's written on it. But you got the Surfer and Spidey going at it there. Both kind of misunderstood characters. So this was a really fun issue to read. I remember reading this one. Number 15. This is the last one I had to get to complete it. Surfer and the Torch with that purple background. Man, that's just beautiful. That is beautiful. I think Marie Severin actually did the cover on this, if I'm not mistaken. I might be mixed up, but I know she did one of the covers. Number 16, another appearance by Mephisto. Great cover. Love all those colors in it. The black background, the red and the white and the green. Mind-staggering superpower unleashed on the streets of New York. See the year's most unexpected ending. And I think they build them all as unexpected. I don't know. This is a cool one. This is number 17. This is probably the worst of the lot, other than the one that was faded, because it's got a pretty good sized chunk out of the top corner there. But may or may not upgrade this later, but still a cool book. Happy to have it. I think this, I think Barry Windsor Smith did the pencils on this cover. And last but not least, number 18. And this is kind of cool because you have Jack Kirby on the cover and on the art. Very cool. I think Herb Trimpe might have done the inks on the inside. So I'm a big Trimpe fan. Of course, this one stars the Inhumans. Okay, guys. Hope you enjoyed that. Had a lot of fun with these. I'll be trying to come back as soon as I can with a couple of more short run series. Might be Marvel, might be DC, might be Charlton, might be something else. I don't know. Just whatever strikes my fancy on this stuff. But hopefully I'll be able to continue this series whenever I get the time. And I had the day off today, so I don't know. I might do another one later. Who knows? But anyway, appreciate you guys watching. Love your comments. If you like it, hit the like button. If you're not a subscriber, feel free to subscribe. Don't have to, though. I'm just, just surprises me that people are still watching me. So, but I appreciate it. And the comic community, it's great. And I'm very humbled and proud to be a part of it. So, guys, until next time, onward and upward.